Hi, I'm Passion, and welcome to my 12-minute yoga flow for hips. When you're ready, we're going to get onto our hands and knees in a tabletop position and start a few rounds of cat-cow. Take a deep breath in, roll your shoulders back, open up your chest, and exhale, curl your chest, pushing your spine to the ceiling. Do a few more rounds just like this, taking deep breaths in and stretching all the way through your spine. Let's do one last round of cat-cow, and then we're going to move on to some hip stretches. I'm going to go ahead and move so you can see this better. We're going to do some hip circles starting with your right leg. So inhale, lift your right knee up, bring it up and all the way around in a circle. And we're just going to take about 5 circles with our right hip. And then we're going to reverse direction and do 5 circles the opposite way. You should feel some activation and opening in your right hip. Perfect. Now we're going to do the left side. So inhale, lift your left knee up and begin making circles around the hip joint. After you've done 5 circles, reverse the direction and do it 5 in the opposite direction. Plant your left knee back down on the floor next to your right knee, and then take the right foot and bring it up in between your hands. Slide your left foot all the way back in the mat, and take a deep breath here, opening through your chest. When you're ready, place your hands on your hips and take a few deep breaths, stretching into your hip flexors. If you're comfortable with it, we can do a mini back bend here, taking a deep breath in, lifting and rising up through your chest, rolling your shoulders back and opening through your chest. Inhale and take a deep breath, and on your exhale, plant your palms on either side of your feet. And straighten out through your right foot with your heel up and flexed. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, bend your elbows and bring your chest slowly towards your right leg. Inhale, rise up, find length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. We're going to do a few more rounds of this, following our breath. Maybe stretching a little further than when we started with each exhale. On your inhale, bend through your right knee, making sure that your knee is stacked over your ankle. Take a deep breath in, look forward. Exhale, straighten through your right leg. Make sure while you're straightening your right leg that your foot is flexed. And take a few more rounds here. We're going to take one more round of breath here, and then bring your right knee all the way back in line with your left. It's time to do it on the opposite side. So bring your left foot up in between your hands, extend through your right leg, and come up into this crescent pose. With your hands on your hips, you can take a few deep breaths here, feeling the stretch in your hips. If you took a back bend on the other side, let's even it out and take a mini back bend on this side. So inhaling, rising through your chest, and leaning your head back. On your next exhale, we want to plant the palms back on your mat and lengthen through your left leg, bringing the foot up in a flexed position, hands on either side of your left leg. We're going to inhale, find length, and exhale, fold over the leg. Inhale, rise, exhale, fold. Just follow the natural rhythm of your breath, finding length and flexibility on your left side. On the inhale, bend through your left knee, look forward, and exhale. Lengthen the left leg. Inhale, exhale. You should be feeling a really nice stretch in your hip and hamstring as we warm them up and get them ready for our peak position. Flow through one last round of breath here. And then bring your left leg back to meet your right. Maybe do a couple of hip circles in this tabletop pose, and then meet with me in the center of your mat. We're going to get ready for frog pose. So come onto your hands and knees. Start to spread your knees, keeping your heels in alignment with your knees and your knees in alignment with your hips. If this is too hard for you already, you can stack some books under your hips or bring a pillow to support your stomach. If you're comfortable, you can create a pillow with your hands like me and rest your stomach on the ground. Or you can stay up on your wrists or elbows. Frog pose is great for lengthening and stretching the hip flexors. It's a really great pose to practice if you're working on your splits or your middle splits and you're struggling with flexibility. So just take a few deep breaths here, imagining length and space being created in your hip flexors, relaxing and allowing your hips to open. Take one more deep breath in, and on the exhale, we're going to begin walking our hands back to center, coming up onto our knees, and getting ready for a camel pose to counter the direction of this stretch. We're going to rise up onto our knees, hands on your lower back, and then we're going to push our hips forward and lean the chest back, doing a nice back bend and feeling a stretch in the front of our hips. If you can, maybe try to grab both of your ankles or heels and complete the camel pose. Push through your hips and feel a nice opening in your front body. On your next exhale, bring your hands back to your lower back and slowly rise all the way up before coming down into a seat. Now we're going to move onto our backs for the final sequence of this hip opening flow. So when you're ready, roll all the way down onto your mat, untuck your tailbone, and bring your right foot on top of your left knee for a reverse pigeon pose. If you'd like to deepen the pose, you can bring your knee up towards your chest. Maybe take a few rocks side to side to massage your sacrum. And then on your next exhale, release the bind and switch sides, bringing your left foot on top of your right knee. And if you pulled it into your chest last time, you can pull it in on this side too, to even out both sides. On your next exhale, we're going to release the bind. And then we're going to cross our right foot over our left and allow the knees to fall to the left side, creating a nice stretch in the side body. Extend your right arm out and look over your right fingertips. Take a few deep breaths here. And then when you're ready, bring your knees back to center. Cross your left leg over your right leg and allow your knees to fall over towards the right side. Stretching out through your left arm and gazing over your left fingertips. Take a few deep breaths here. And then slowly bring your knees back to center. Next, we're going to take Happy Baby. So bring your knees up towards your chest, grab the outsides of your feet, maybe rock back and forth a little bit, massaging your hip flexors. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, release your feet. Allow them to straighten all the way out on your mat. Palms up, shoulders relaxed. Shavasana. Thank you so much for joining me for this 12-minute hip opening yoga flow. You can stay here in Shavasana as long as you'd like. Namaste.